The best time to catch up is now. Catch up sessions.
My test. One, two, three. Welcome back. This is catch up sessions. It's like I don't know how to do this anymore because it has been a while since the last recording session for this introspection edition. And today, on a fun Friday, we are going to talk about exactly that: getting back into old habits, routines, and those that kept you sane, and how you can always get back into the groove, especially if like me, for some reason this part, in fact, I haven't quite figured out yet, you fall off the wagon in that habit formation, or something that has already been working, and maybe we jump into the first one, which is most of my weekends. And last year I do have my weekend project where I detail out to you basically what occupies most of my Saturday and Sunday. And if you've been following that, you will know that 2023 is when I got my groove back into fitness and sports. So it was Saturdays doing indoor cycling to start my day just because, and a bit more regular Sunday morning tennis, which for one reason or another just got thrown out of the window. I, for one, haven't done my indoor cycling for the longest time now. But good news, this weekend is a comeback. 9:30, bright and early, first thing for the weekend. And I also got back to tennis, although interspersed, I would say. I also lost my tennis buddies for a while, and then last Sunday it was Jerry Ong back with me on the courts on the Sunday morning, 7 a.m., bright and early. And a realization there was, what a great way to start your weekend. And more so, this is sort of what was normal for me. Having training with a training buddy, with a trainer, and having that full time block. Breakfast comes after. It's just a welcome sort of comeback that really made me realize, this was working for me so well before. How it suddenly disappeared again, because you kind of have to have so many of the elements coming together, whether that's your availability or the other people's availability, especially if it's a group thing. Then I don't know what it does, but it allows you to also think about the other things that work for you. And what I do mean by that are the other routines that I do have in the morning, for example, like my coffee and workout, or a bit of working out, like pushing up a few, just to start my day. Even the simple things like fixing your bed, I used to have them all down in a checklist, and then it just vanished into thin air. But now I feel like I'm getting my life back in order. Not that it became such a disaster, or maybe it did. I don't know. At least outwardly, it wasn't such a disaster, but there's always something sort of inside of me that knows and feels that something isn't quite right or something's off. So these small things that you do to put the pieces back together, they just help. Maybe that's the only real conclusion of what I wanted to share today, because even this voice log that I started earlier this year, wherein I don't have any care for the world, what is the topic at hand, for as long as I'm able to process it and post-process, make it available in the pod, so that every now and then I can give it a listen and remind myself of what's working and what's not working. Yes, so try that out for yourself. I guess what also helped sort of pull me back in is gentle nudges and reminders. For the podcast recording, for one, it was a series of re-listening to my old seasons, especially the fun interviews, where you get to sort of get that realization that, hey, I was doing good, meaning I was producing respectable output. And it would be fun to get back into that. In the fitness department, I guess when you get back into the whole routine or even just one activity, you realize that there is really the good that comes out of it. Maybe it's hormones, the happy hormones right after, that hopefully snowballs again into getting that groove back, as I said. And last but not the least, it's in all of my curiosity, trying out new things, new experiences, or even old ones and revisiting them. For one, I signed up for a chocolate making experience. I'll let you know all about that for when it's done, but it's something new. It's something that I am curious to experience, to know about. So even that, I would say, has been sort of defined the kind of person that I am, and exercising that each time is just re-cementing of who you are. Not that you can't change, always go for changing for the better. Oh, and one more also that I realized is I took a pause from absorbing new information through books, and so I am getting back into that as well, with a book recommendation that supposedly changed someone's life or life's perspective, which is entitled A Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl. I hope I got that right. I am maybe halfway through it, and it's a pretty interesting read. So yeah, all in all, this is just maybe a getting back into the groove conversation with you. I hope you too get a little bit of that nudge to just get back into it. You can do it. We can do it. And with that, let's do more catch-ups, shall we? I'll catch you later. This is Marco Laguna, and you are tuned in to Catch Up Sessions.